figure it's not gonna take me 2 hours to beat 2 stages in Goldeneye. So afterwards, what we're gonna do is I have a list of things pulled up on my laptop right here that I would like to show you all, and it's you know, it's glitches and bugs and goofy, weird oversights in the game. I will say, I will set the expectations. I'm not going to be tilting the cartridge, even though I'm using real hardware. I don't want to risk any damage to my belongings. This is the game I've owned since I was a kid. Well, I mean, the game came, well, I was like 10 or so when it came out, so that still counts. It's the game I had since I was 10 years old. I'm playing it on the very expensive Pokemon Pikachu Nintendo 64. I don't want to break that, so we're not going to do some shit in there. Antenna Cradle has some really great quirks if you play with fast and slow animation. So let's do slow animation first, okay? So we're on slow animation. We're gonna catch up to Trevelyan really quickly. Here he is. He's right here. There, you can't kill him yet. Excuse me. Hey, this is Imposter Walnut Face, by the way. Now I can show you the faces. Also, sir, could you tell me what time it is? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bloody your entire face. What time is it? What time is it? We're gonna have to kill some time because he has to activate the antenna. If you go down and blow up the computer before he gets down there, you soft lock the stage. So we have some time to kill here. Also, this is Mark Summers. We got Mark Summers here. Kind of looks like him. This, of course, that's Imposter Walnut Face again. Who else do we have over here? This is Mr. Adolf Hitler himself. Take your hat off, buddy. Oh, I killed him. So now we gotta do something about this computer situation here. Did I just shoot a rocket through the ceiling? He's taking these shots like a champ. So, I think he's set to shoot a prescribed number of times. He's only vulnerable at certain points, so he's gonna start running away again. I'm not doing damage to him right here. He dropped a grenade. He pooped one out. There you go. Okay, so he is eventually getting to the bottom here. We had the pitch change, the music change, so he's going to be making his way downtown. Holy you all right there? Okay. So I don't necessarily have to blow him off the stage. I'm gonna ask him what time it is to kill him though. Be like, where is he? Hey, what time is it? Alright, so we're gonna play the ending cutscene of this stage on slow animation. The helicopter is not beholden to changes in animation. So James Bond is like, alright, let's get out of here. But the game already thinks he's on the chopper, so he just leaves. Natalia's like, oh, we're on? Okay, let's get out of here. I really wish that cutscene was just like 3 seconds longer, so it would include the jump. Like that's the one thing I wish so badly that I could see. But you missed your ride. But you can see how like the chopper and James Bond are animated separately, so you can see the chopper kind of rock where he's supposed to have jumped onto it by that point, and then both the chopper and the model take the same flight path, so they look like he's holding on. But there you go. Let's turn on fast animation. So if we turned on, so knowing what you know about how fast and slow animation affect the cutscenes, you can probably piece together what's going to happen when we beat it on fast mode. Right in the head. Okay, he's already running. He's making a run for it. He took 2 magnums to the fucking cranium. He's like, we gotta go. We gotta go. No more. You can actually, like, it's possible that he's gonna move. He might have actually killed himself right here, because he moves too fast for this platform. Like, if I were to... Yeah, he fell off on his own. He's going too fast. Ah! Here's the best part. Yeah. And the chopper tries to catch up to him. He's just gone. He's like, I don't need a fucking helicopter. That's it. We're done. New gadget. I can fly now. We're done. It's fan fiction. Let's just key this one in. We need to go to cheat. We need to turn on slow animation here. If we go to the depot, there is a this shit. It's, if we go to the depot, you get a similar kind of effect. This is knock out a few teeth, boy. You can see if he stands back up, you can see it looks like he's missing some teeth. So now he's missing some ribs. Let's see if I can name. Is this Walnut Face? This is Walnut Face. This is the real Walnut Face. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this guy. This is my favorite one. Stevie, I'm glad I could do that for you. I'm glad you're having a good time. Look at him. Look. I mean, you can kind of see. Oh, shot him in the face. We called him Walnut Face because he looks like a squirrel to me. He's a squirrel. So we got Dark Side Phil over here. That's a new name, new for 2018. Knock out a few teeth, boy. Who's the fourth one? You get 4 faces in a pack. Oh, it's Hitler again. It's important that when you get inside the train right here, to not shoot the dude that's right here because that will affect the ending cutscene. Oh, it's Hitler too. Great. So you go here. Takes a little while. He just. I mean, it works because it's Hitler. So he just does not stop shooting him. He shoots him more times than that gun has bullets in a clip. And then he just keeps going. He just starts shooting through the roof of the train. He's ready for the train mission. He is so fucking excited. Then the doors finally close. He's still shooting too. The cutscene is not ended. I think this actually, like, it's pseudo soft locks on this cutscene because he's gonna keep doing this forever. Until Sheep, thank you for the Twitch pennies. I appreciate it. He's gonna keep doing this until I press A, and then you skip the cutscene. If we do that again real quick, if we turn on Tiny Bond, which adjusts the hitbox of Bond, we'll run through this again. We're gonna be at like everyone's like waistline level. You see the camera's gonna go up his butt instead of So you're basically like perpetually crouching in this mode. And you can crouch even further down, so you're basically like crawling along the ground. Alright, let's hop in. Is that Walnut Face? We're gonna shoot Walnut Face? Oh, that's the imposter. Yeah, you take him out, James. You take that bad man out. So this one almost like... Oh, there's another guy in there too. Uh-oh. Are you doing it, James? This is too gruesome. We can't show this on... Oh, there you go. There he goes. That's the most American thing I've ever seen. It's Necros. So American, it's actually British. That is true, dude. Everyone, I mean... What is America but a better Great Britain? I mean, isn't that the founding principle of this country? I mean, I ain't saying that to start some shit, but that's. But what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna show you guys. It's not a secret weapon. It's like a glitch weapon. Back in the day, this was called the Paintbrush, and the reason for this is this has something. I'm going to explain it now a little bit up front. It basically changes the unarmed attack in the game. It messes with it slightly. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. There's going to be live tutorial. So you get the paintbrush on the dam. We're gonna get some damn bait. Okay, so it's important that I don't pick up these guys' guns that they drop, because it's gonna affect my weapon count. And that one extra gun does make a difference. I think I'm shooting Walnut Face there too. Okay, I think that's everybody. Okay, so you go up here. Make sure I'm unarmed. Okay, unarmed. Then you make sure you're unarmed. Then you pick up the sniper. And you press A 3 times. So it looks like a paintbrush, because it looks like it looks like a handle and the little metal thing and then blue paint. What this actually is it's the model of James Bond's fucking arm in the generic suit. And the reason why he's holding it, I guess, with his free hand and swinging it like a weapon, is because when you pick up the sniper rifle, it changes your unarmed weapon to the butt of the gun. So when you pick it up when you're unarmed and you pick up the sniper rifle, you press A 3 times to cycle through. It works just like an unarmed thing. It confuses the game, and it knows that you've essentially cycled through your complete inventory of weapons and you're unarmed again. But it knows now that you've picked up the sniper rifle that you're supposed to be holding the sniper rifle gun, but because you never changed to the sniper rifle, it doesn't actually load the sniper rifle in the memory. It just takes off James Bond's arm, and now he swings it at people. Also, I don't remember this guy's name. Some of these characters we didn't give names to. If at any point you switch and come back to unarmed, like, since you guys have seen the glitch, right? If I switch to a gun and then I go back, now it's the sniper rifle, because you've loaded a new weapon into memory, so it refreshes the game. So now this is what it's supposed to be. This is what the game's trying to load, but it only has Bond's arm stored in the memory, so you just start swinging his he's just swinging his arm around. Mission status aborted. Whew. Thanks, Planned Parenthood. Appreciate that. So I mentioned in the silo stage, Orumouv ambushes you in this stage and sends a bunch of guys after you. But if you kill Orumouv, he drops his briefcase, which is not, you can pick it up normally in the game anyways when he runs away, but it doesn't do anything. But he also drops something else, and I'd like to show that to you guys. Oh my god, we got the scary face pack. This dude, we just called him the scary guy. We didn't name him. He's fucking creepy. And this dude behind him is even worse. I'm pretty sure the internet has nicknamed this guy Dwayne. That's his name. He's back there again. This guy's name is Dwayne. I did not bestow that name upon him. That's Reddit, I think. So let's put him out of his misery. Ah! I don't like you. That's okay that it doesn't matter that we failed the mission. We're just trying to get to Orumouv. I will say, actually, one thing that not a lot of people know that you can do in this game is if, I mean, let me switch to the golden gun real quick, because that'll break something in one hit. Doesn't matter. If you go to the body armor, if you shoot it, you can actually break it and make it not usable now. Like, it breaks just like anything else in this game, and now you can't pick it up, because we have to kill Orumouv. You're not supposed to be able to kill him. So okay, he's dead. Let's deal with his cronies here. I like how I turned on paintball mode, but I'm really not doing much with the paintballs. I kind of realized that. Okay, look at this big ass briefcase this dude drops. First of all, oh no, it's okay. Wait, he drops a big ass briefcase because we put it on DK mode. Forgot about that. It actually increases the size of the things that they hold because these guns are huge too. But okay. We picked up Orumouv's briefcase, which, like I said, normally he drops this throughout the regular course of the game, but this was cut. It was supposed to be, believed to be part of a mission in the stage, like Orumouv has the secret plans in his briefcase. He's got, you know, there's something, you got to recover the briefcase as one of the advanced missions. So, I'll get down to that, show it real quick. You'll probably see the other item too before I can talk about it, but If we go here to Orumouv's briefcase, if you look at it in the watch, he dropped a white briefcase, but this is black. So it's clearly, like, not a finished item. Like, it doesn't match the model, the render, and stuff like that. But, it also said he dropped a key. So if we go over here, this period item is a dummied out key that has no render, it has no model, there's nothing. It drops as a generic key card. And it took people a while to figure out what this actually did, but I don't know who discovered it, but some people who, like, you know, decompiled the game and looked at what all these different items do, they determined that this key actually opens up there's a huge door where the missile and the silo is. There's a giant door at the top, and if you have this key and you go, there's no way to get to that door, but if you have this in your inventory and you go to that door and activate it, you can open it if you have this key. So this key actually does something, but it serves no purpose. Again, it's been dummied out. It doesn't even have a name to go with anything, but people figured out that you could do something with it. So this is something cool that I wanted to show you. The next thing I'm going to show you, we're going to shift gears. We're going to go to the bunker stage. I'm going to show you one of my personal favorite glitches and another dummied out placeholder item in the process. So let's just get out of here. All right, let's tell you what. Let's solve this computer problem in here real quick with the rockets. There we go. We have fixed the internet. That's it. Servers are down. No one's getting on for Affinity today. Here's the thing. Let's make a joke about Fur. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of explosions. We talk about Fur Affinity, right? When Fur Affinity goes down, you never really know if it's down because Dragoneer spilled coffee on the because he fucked up because it's Dragoneer, or did James Bond shoot the server with the rocket launcher? You never know. You never know with Fur Affinity. Okay, these TVs up in the ceiling right there, those are important. We got to make sure not to accidentally break those. It's not the Green Tom show. Uh-oh, Boris, what happened, Boris? You see that guy's face exploded? He looks great in DK mode. It's okay, Boris. You can go back to looking at E621 at work later. I didn't mean to do that! Fuck, I shot him in the eye. I was gonna zoom in and then enhance on Boris's face. I kind of fucked that up. What you have to do, the remote mines. We need to get these out. Okay. So these TVs, you gotta put a mine on every television. And I'm not quite sure if you have to do it on every television, if that's required. But for some reason, it just works when you do this. This part sounds like one of those, like, oh, Mew is hiding under the truck things. But, okay. The problem here is not the TVs, but it's these crossbars that the TVs are on. So when that happens, when you put a mine on every TV and you set them all off, the game was not supposed to crash. Let's try it again. Okay. It didn't freeze. Didn't freeze. Hyperdimensional detective, welcome. I'm glad you could make it back. You're just in time for a great glitch on Goldeneye. Now if I throw mine, the counter went down. Well, where's the mine? If I look, the mine is floating in midair. So you can run around and you can be throwing mines, and it's just, you make a floating minefield. Just like this. And now they're all just in the air. And the best part is that there's still active mines. You can still set them off. You can kill people with them. Any object that moves, it affects that. So if I go off the mines real quick, it doesn't affect bullets because bullets, those are not rendered. But like this box, normally when you blow up a box, the box will move. Now it doesn't move. It just stays still and blows up. It stays in one spot when you shoot it. Normally it'll slide around or it'll move when you break it. Same thing if I go to this table up here. If I shoot the table, the table doesn't move. It just gets progressively shorter when you shoot it. The body armor, it's not gonna move. It just disappears when you shoot it. Here's the cool part. It affects anything that's rendered that moves through the air. So, like, if I were to throw a knife, oh, you gotta hang on. You gotta kind of walk backwards because if you throw a knife, you'll pick it back up. So, go like this, throw the knives. You can have 2 knives just floating in the air. If I were to be like, oh, okay, let's fire a grenade around at somebody. Nope. You get the animation. You get the animation, but it doesn't actually shoot the grenade. You get make a little cluster of grenades here, but it doesn't, they don't move. If you were to do the same thing with the rockets, Oh, the grenades do eventually go off on their own. They are grenades after all. But you shoot a rocket, and the model for the rocket stays right there. But you can also see that the back of the rocket has no skin. There's no texture for the back. If I throw a grenade, it's floating right there. It will eventually go off. And it'll take the rockets with it, because technically rockets are treated as explosive things. So, again, this happens to anything that gets thrown. So we've seen mines, grenades, rockets. So if we go down here to the key analyzer, we picked up the Goldeneye key earlier. And one of the mission objectives is to take the Goldeneye key, analyze it, and then leave the other one behind. So when you do that, you throw the CD. Nope. Now it floats. It stays suspended in midair. Now I think if I scroll down to the bottom, okay, let's go down here. A data thief, right? This is the bottom of the list. You'd be incorrect. When you do this glitch, for some reason, it puts a null item at the bottom of your inventory. If you select it and go over, it comes up as just null. And you can see you've got, it looks like rocket or tank rounds over there. If you were to unpause, even though we put on unlimited ammunition, it doesn't give you any bullets for this gun, so there's no way to shoot it. I don't know what this is, but it's specifically is added to your inventory when you do this glitch. I don't know what it's for. It's clearly doing this, fucking up these TVs, does something to this game that it pisses off the physics. It adds, you can wield the administrator of the Kiwi farms to do your bidding. Shoutouts to NULL. But it does so many weird things in the game that I just don't know. This is something that fascinated me when I was younger. It used to be funny just to make shit float, but then the more I looked into it, I'm like, why? What's wrong with these TVs? You can also do this. You come back to this level. There's Bunker 1 and Bunker 2, and in Bunker 2, these same TVs are here, and you can do the same glitch on Bunker 2. Except it's more fun on this one because you can throw the little mini disc out. That's the only reason why I picked this one, was to show you that. Some people who have hacked the game also determined that if you take the television stand, the cradle thing, and you spawn it in just a different stage, like Dam or whatever, you can do this glitch and have the same effect in other stages that you manually spawn that model into. So there's something wrong with that model, and it makes this glitch happen. So again, I don't know the full details of it. I just thought it was really cool. I got two more glitches to show you. Next one is going to be on surface. It's going to involve the taser. In the past, I've had a hard time getting this one to work, but basically this level is programmed like shit, like real bad. It's fucking broken. I'm sorry. This is a very expensive watch. At that point, it becomes called a chronograph. That was one of my favorite things. While I'm getting to where I need to go, I'll regale you with the story. I'm sure those y'all that fly. I'm sure you're familiar with. Oh, shouldn't have told the time to that. Sky Mall. The you know, the merchandise catalog that they used to put in airplanes until Sky Mall went tits up because nobody wants to buy overpriced bullshit. They always had a page in every Sky Mall that... It's good we have DK mode on for this too, by the way. But they always had a page in every Sky Mall that would try to sell you really, really expensive watches. And because you're paying $20,000 for a fucking watch at that point, literally $20,000 for a watch, they don't call them watches. They specifically, in the ads, they refer to them exclusively as chronographs. Shut down the computer, and now if we tase this computer to death, now the game is going to be mad at us. When we try to open this door, you're not supposed to go in this door. When you do Surface 2, this is the exit. Otherwise, it's gonna set off an alarm because you're supposed to go in through the silo. It doesn't look like it's working. Maybe it's on the ones that come afterward. Okay, let me try something else that usually works for this glitch. Before I do that, we need rocket launchers. Okay, no, the glitch is working because if you notice, the rocket ammo icon down there is fucked up. So we go like this. The trick is to confuse the game with how it starts to load textures in, because for some reason this triggers something in the game. It doesn't like it. This is like I said, this is one of the glitches that I've had a hard time getting to work. These guys should have fucked up faces. Okay, yeah, look at this dude right here. What's up with your face, buddy? What happened? Okay, it's not quite as clean of a glitch. It's just they put the side of his face on the front of his face. It fucks up like how they load the face textures in. So this guy, no, he looks normal. Let's get rid of him. So it's kind of working. This is kind of, again, I don't want to say RNG, but the game is doing something kind of fucky here. The crazy, the Salvador Dali painting. It is kind of spooky. I'm gonna just mash B a bunch of times on this door to really get that alarm going. The best one is, I'll describe it to you because I don't know if we're gonna get it, but the best one is when you get the game to misapply the face texture on all 4 sides of his fucking head. That's the funniest one. I'm really trying. This is just the okay. I mean, we've seen enough of him. Let's see. We're gonna get it. This guy's normal looking. Okay, this is sideways face again. Okay, this guy's face is loaded in sideways. Okay, so it looks like it only messed up the initialization on just one guy. That one's a pretty consistent mess up. This guy's normal, the other guy's normal, so again, basically, if I were to quit and restart this stage, I mean, it even messes up the icon on the watch too. If I were to quit and restart the stage and reattempt the glitch, we would get a different result, maybe. But like I said, it's the best when you confuse the game into loading the face on all sides of the head. And it also turns out it messes with the texture on the top of the head too, which is usually hair. So you can effectively get a 5-faced guy if you're really lucky. Quick story before we get to the last glitch. My friends and I, when we were younger, we had a Game Shark, and one of the things that I learned from using a Game Shark with Pokemon games is that if you know the base code to, like, for example in Pokemon, to force a specific encounter when you get a wild encounter. Well, once you know what part to change, that changes what Pokemon you get, you can just go crazy and attempt all sorts of crazy stuff, and that's how you get Mew and catch all the Mewtwo's and Eevees you want and stuff like that. The same applies for the Goldeneye game. When you use the Game Shark codes to force the game to unlock cheats, you can change those values and just guess. Some of the cheats you can unlock are modes that will remove from the game, like something called line mode, which just renders the edges of the polygons. That was a popular thing for 64 games. I think Quake and Forsaken both do it. But there were lots of cheats that if you load them, they appear in the menu over here as just no name in all caps. There's no telling what those do. So one of the no-name cheats that we actually found, I don't remember the code for it, fucks up specifically the face loading texture, and it puts the face on every enemy. It puts the face on all sides of their head. That was the funniest damn thing we'd ever done. Like, we were laughing so hard we almost pissed ourselves because it was fucking scary. You know, your kids, it's scary. The guy's got a face all all around him are familiar faces. Whatever. We got one more to do. This is gonna be in the Egypt stage, so all guns. I mean, we don't need this one on. I'll leave it on, it's fine. Infinite ammo. I don't want DK mode on anymore. Sorry, guys. But this deals specifically with a oversight with how the game handles controller input during cutscenes. It's right in here. So I'm gonna pause. Now, this whole time, I haven't shown it to y'all. This whole time, I have had a Player 2 controller plugged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my control layout specifically to 2.3 domino. Now what this does is it actually kind of turns the game into a twin stick shooter, believe it or not. But it puts the fire button on second player's Z. So the developers weren't expecting people to be able to do that. So if we go in here and we finish this mission, right? We're gonna get the cutscene. But the problem is that you notice that James Bond walks around in the cutscene. He has a gun in his hand. In this case, he's gonna have the golden gun because you see it. This was the mission where you get the golden gun. There's only one bullet in the golden gun, so you gotta bear with me here. You know what's gonna happen. If they didn't think to remove the trigger read from Player 2, that means you can shoot during a cutscene with Player 2. So when this guy tries to laugh at me, I can shoot him one more time and get a fourth kill and kill him. I can do the deed. I can get him for real. I give him the what for, and it's still thinking he's laughing at me. So the cutscene has effectively pseudo soft locked again. It's kind of like the train mission where James Bond will keep shooting until you press A. So do that. You could do this during any cutscene too. It's not just Egypt. Basically, what happens is you can no longer aim with Player 2. So you'll shoot the gun that James Bond is holding during the cutscene, and you will shoot in the exact center of the screen during the cutscene every time. So you just go like that, and you'll shoot in the center of the screen, and it just so happens because Baron is standing right in front of the camera laughing at you, you can get that motherfucker one more time. But I'm really glad I got through Goldeneye with just enough time to show you guys some of those glitches and quirks and stuff like that. As we were kind of going through the game, doing the missions, I know I was kind of pointing out some stuff like the island that's in the first stage on Dam. If you look and zoom in with the sniper rifle, you can see like remnants of stuff there. So hope you guys had fun. Hope y'all maybe learned some stuff maybe you didn't know about GoldenEye 007. I always find myself when we play these older games, I always have more to talk about. Like there's more trivia, there's more things I know, there's more like cutting room floor deleted stuff type things that I can get into, which I have a lot more fun when I know what I'm doing. But I will admit there is a certain guilty pleasure to not knowing a damn thing. So come back next week for Monster Garage. We'll get right into that.